Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're doing well. This is going to be my non-spoiler review on the movie Fast X. Before we get started, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. Helps out a lot, but let's find out if Fast X is worth seeing in the theater.
Wow, you guys are going to hell.
Alright, so Fast X takes us on a new installment into the Fast and Furious franchise. And it basically goes on the new journey of Dom going against his new enemy, Dante. He's teaming up with his family once again to fight Dante for what he's done. And let me just say that this movie is a wild ride. Like, it's a crazy movie. And after I got out of it, I said that this movie literally launches and it feels like the start of the summer movie season, because we had Guardians, but then we had a week in between until this one. Now we have like no weeks where there's no movies. We have every week there's a movie coming up. So this one's kind of like the start of the summer movie season, and that's how I felt getting out of it. I felt like it was the summer. It's a fun time in the movies. It's maybe not a great movie, but I think that it's a very fun time just to like chill and like laugh at the action, because that's what Fast and Furious is. I just rewatched them, all of them, and I just find that the action is so fun to watch, but it's also kind of a hilarious movie to take in at the same time. It's kind of like a cartoon, a Saturday morning cartoon. Like, it's so dumb that it's fun to watch in some ways, and I just feel like that's some of the best parts of this plot. Is basically Dante, our whole villain here. Getting into the cast though, I want to say that our best people are Jason Momoa as the villain Dante, because every time Jason Momoa was on screen and he said something, it was hilarious. Like, I was laughing every time he said something. Every line he had was a crazy, stupid one-liner, but it's so cheesy that it just makes you laugh because it's that funny. And I'm so happy that they embraced that. Like, their villains of these movies should be silly because the movies are silly. And Jason Momoa just takes that all in. He's evil, but he's also so silly and so stupid. I love him so much. And man, he's so cool in this movie. Like, I would just buy the ticket to go watch Jason Momoa because I would have liked to see him the whole movie because he was so funny. But on to another favorite, I gotta say that John Cena is just such a good actor, man. He's so likable as an actor. Like, we had him in Peacemaker, that he was so good in that. His comedy was so great. And the Suicide Squad also, he was great in that. But even in Fast 9, I really liked him as the villain in that, and I really did enjoy his acting in that movie. He does action so well. He does comedy so well in this movie. And I feel like John Cena is just such a fun, likable character in this one because he teams up with Brian's son, Little B. I think that's what his name is. And they're such a fun duo in this movie. You just have to see it to believe it. You know, it's weird that John Cena as a villain in Fast 9 would be such a likable character in this one. But we also have the returning cast such as Vin Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez, and then we got Tyrese Gibson, Charlize Theron's back in here. And we got a lot of other people in this cast. Another one that I want to talk about, another two actually, is Alan Ritchson. I think he's awesome in this movie. He's not in it for too much, but I think he's really cool, and I loved his parts. And we have Brie Larson. I know she has a lot of haters, but I love Brie Larson. I think she's so cool. And she has a small role here, and I think her small role was executed perfectly. I liked her a lot in this, and I hope that she returns. But on to the action. This movie it had so much action, and I thought the action was really cool. Usually with these kind of big action movies, you kind of see through the CGI, but there was only a couple scenes where I saw CGI, and it was mostly with fire, so I don't have any complaints upon the action. And as I said in my trailer reactions, the action is a lot, and it's so funny, but it's also just so enjoyable to keep watching the screen because it's such a fun time. Like, there's a whole action sequence in the beginning of the film in Rome, and I feel like that was really cool, having the whole team there, and it's basically with a whole giant ball. I feel like that was cool. And then the whole end action sequence, the whole ending was really well done in my opinion. The whole way how they had Vin Diesel going against Dante was so cool. Dominic Toretto's character in this one goes down an interesting path. This isn't a spoiler, but he really is not with the whole team for like 75% of the movie, so it's very interesting to see where his character goes in this, because it really is a face-off between Dom and Dante in this movie, which I really enjoyed. But I gotta say, the action was really cool. I feel like the action worked more than it did in Fast 9, because Fast 9 went a little too like silly for me. Like they went to space and everything, and I feel like this one was a little bit more grounded, and I feel like I could actually believe most of it. So I thought that worked. And another standout action scene is with John Cena in a house. That one is really cool, so look out for that one. Whenever you see John Cena, like I said, it's a very enjoyable scene. And on to the surprises. This movie actually has a lot of surprises, and I'm not going to get into it here, but there's a really funny cameo in this movie. It's like a character, a person that you would not expect to be in a Fast and Furious movie. He's in it for maybe 5 minutes. It's hilarious. And there's also a great post-credit scene. That's so cool. And then there's also another cool character that shows up at the end of this movie. But talking about the end of the movie, without spoiling it, the cliffhanger was so cool. There's a twist and a cliffhanger that I did not see coming, and I thought they were just so cool. The cliffhanger especially was awesome. It was so well done. It was like the Avengers Infinity War cliffhanger. It got me on the edge of my seat, and it just made me so pumped for the next one. Like, I cannot wait to see what they do with Fast 11 and 12. Hopefully they get able to finish it. But seeing this feud of Dom and Dante is so awesome. Like, Dante is actually a good villain in the Fast franchise, in my opinion. And he's like a formidable villain going against Dom. And I felt like the surprises and cliffhanger worked so well, in my opinion. On to the runtime and pace. This is about 2 hours and 25 minutes. I feel like the pace worked good, but you could have also cut 15 minutes off of the film. There's a little bit of time in that second act where it drags just a little bit, and I felt like there was a little bit too much exposition at the beginning. So maybe just cut 15 to 20 minutes. This movie would have been like faster paced, in my opinion. I think it would have worked a little bit better. But overall, I gotta say that I had fun with Fast X. I was not expecting to have this much fun with the movie because the trailer was a little bit dumb, in my opinion. But I had fun with it. I really did. I loved Jason Momoa in this movie as the villain. Dante is so cool. I might even go out and see it again because it's such a fun movie, man. It's such a fun summer movie. So overall, I'm going to give Fast 10 a 3 out of 5. Yeah, it's a fun movie, you know. Just get the popcorn, get a drink, go sit down. Just watch the movie, man. It's really cool. Jason Momoa is worth your ticket price. So overall, I had a fun time with it. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.